We're on now. My computer has been a bitch tonight. I mean, a total bitch. Great way to start off the night. Welcome to Dalescenter, coming to you live from the heart of America. I'm your host, Dale Tanhart. And we got Thursday night racing in less than an hour and a half. I know some of you guys probably watching ARCA, not a sport. Kind of makes me sad, you know, the deal with ARCA. Maybe some of you guys got to bet on it. I don't know. I don't even know who's winning. Probably this William Swalich. I hadn't used Bovada in a minute. I know Bovada is the only thing I ever know that ever has the ARCA series available to bet on. So, you know, we're just going to dig right into this because Thursday Night Football also starts shortly. Real quick, I'll go ahead and tell you guys. Thursday Night Football locks. First touchdown, 2 guys. All right, don't tell me I don't know football when one of these guys scores the first touchdown. Quez Watkins, Philadelphia Eagles, 25-1, 26-1. Maybe you can grab a 28-1. And then on the Minnesota Vikings, we're taking the greatest running back in the NFL. That's right. C.J. Ham. 90-1 first touchdown. Book it. One of those guys gets it. Like I said, don't fucking come back here and tell me I don't know football when one of those guys scores first touchdown. Quez Watkins, C.J. Ham. You heard it here first. Take them both. But yeah, we got about 30 minutes until Thursday Night Football, so we're going to run through, you know, I get it. It's NFL. You got me up on the second monitor. Have that up on the plasma screen TV. It is what it is. But more importantly than Thursday Night Football, we start Bristol weekend, Bristol Concrete weekend, which should be twice a year, not just once a year. But a big race weekend under the lights all 3 days, and it starts tonight with the Craftsman Truck Series UNOH 200. Now, odds kind of suck. And I'm a little disappointed because I thought about taking Carson Hocevar. Definitely thought about taking Hocevar earlier than or before we got to practice and qualifying. He was trending around 5.5-1, 5-1. I thought that was worth it. I did. Unfortunately, I changed my mind. I said, you know what? Let's not go heavy. Let's just take a lot of these underdog guys that I feel like could get more expensive after qualifying. Taylor Gray, great example. I got 65-1. Now you're looking at 35-40-1 on most books for Taylor Gray. He qualified inside the top 10. He's coming off a second place finish last week at, where were we at? Kansas. I like Taylor Gray. And now we come to a track. I think his strengths as a driver are more on the short tracks. So love Taylor Gray tonight. I'd probably bet him down to 45-1 if you have that option. Barstool Sportsbook is showing 40-1 right now. Barstool does not have top 3s available, which is weird. If you're looking for top 3s and top 5s, DraftKings has top 3s and top 5s. There's a bet I actually got on DraftKings for a top 5 on somebody else. I'll go over it here shortly. And then Caesars has top 3s and top 5s, as they always do. And Caesars also has manufacturer props. I'm only going on one crazy manufacturer prop per top Chevy. Once again, I'll tell you guys that here shortly. I'm going to go over my truck card. Xfinity's not going to be much. You know, I just hate the board in Xfinity this week. I think the strategy here is to bet on anybody except John Hunter. I think you take Allgaier, right? I think if you're looking at the top 2 guys, you take Justin Allgaier. You're going to get 3-1, 3.5-1. It is what it is. You take that, you fade John Hunter, and then let's look at some other guys like a Josh Berry, maybe a Sammy Smith, a Chandler Smith, who's won at Bristol before in the Truck Series. Think about that. Right now, though, I think most of this weekend is going to be a wait and see. I really believe that. There's going to be a couple guys I'm going to bet on in the Cup Series. There's actually one guy I have bet on already, and I have not logged it on Action Network, and I think he has moved, but I'm on the record saying I was going to bet on it Monday. Just have been so fucking busy with 8 billion different tasks when it comes to content. And if you follow me on all platforms, you see it. So I appreciate you guys being patient on that front. But looking at trucks, odds on the bottom of your screen, courtesy of Barstool Sportsbook. I'm going to take Corey Heim. I think all these favorites, all these juggernaut guys are, Ty Majeski's plus 250, plus 260 range. Eckes clearly has a really good truck. I don't think he's going to go back-to-back. I just don't see it. It's really tough to go back-to-back in this series. I'm going to play the odds that it doesn't happen. He's around plus 275. I'm going to be on Hocevar and Corey Heim. We're talking about favorites. Who you're going to pick out of these guys that are in the playoffs, that are winning most of the races, that are running and competing for the wins. Corey Heim you can find at plus 600. 6-1 for Corey Heim is out there. You can find that, I believe, on DraftKings. I think you got to roll with that. Absolutely got to take that. If you looked at his qualifying lap, and several guys, right? If you watched qualifying earlier, it was on FS2, so a lot of you guys may have missed it. Corey Heim was fast, but completely sideways on the first lap. I mean, wrecking loose, and he still qualified 12th on lap 1, right? And he just couldn't recover enough to put up a good lap on lap 2 during that session. He's plus 650 on Bet Rivers, and I missed that. I would take it there. That's the best line I've seen. Take plus 650 on Bet Rivers. I also got Carson Hocevar for 2 units. Hocevar is my favorite to win at this point. Plus 350. Love Hocevar. He's been excellent on some of the shorter tracks in 2023. I'm taking 2 of the favorites out of all these guys between the Majeski, the Zane, the Eckes. I'm taking Hocevar and Corey Heim outright. And I'll have the unit allocations here for you guys shortly. But those are the favorites I'm leaning towards. Find the right book with the right price. And I just found it for you guys. Hocevar plus 350 on Bet Rivers. Corey Heim plus 650 on Bet Rivers. And this is the one book I forgot to check before I got back home. Let's see if they have anything good top 3. Taylor Gray is 16-1 top 3. Wow, I got 11-1. Love that. He qualified 8th. He's a short track, I won't say specialist, but I think Taylor Gray's best talents are on the shorter tracks. He's a short track kid. I love 16-1 top 3 for Taylor Gray. I got 11-1. I'm riding with that. Let's see if they have top 5s. No top 5s. No top 5s on Bet Rivers. So there you go. Hope you get a little bit of help from that before I reveal my entire card with all my unit allocations. Another guy I'm going to take a chance on, guys. Nick Sanchez. He didn't get to qualify. He had good speed in practice. They discovered that he has a broken control arm. I get it. It's a gremlin of sorts. It could come back to bite him. He's starting in the rear. Going to be tough to pass because we put down this PJ1. The tires aren't wearing. It's going to be a track position race. Nick Sanchez is going to start right around dead last. But he's in a really good truck. And based off practice and qualifying, Chevy looks really good, right? Chevy looks really good with McAnally Racing, with Kyle Busch Motorsports. Chase Purdy qualified in the top 3. Jack Wood had a good lap. Carson Hocevar was really fast as well. Raja Carruth was really fast in qualifying too. Don't forget about Nick Sanchez. This is a guy that's in the playoffs. He's been knocking on the door of a win. He is 100-1. I would bet 80-1. I would bet 90-1. Look for Nick Sanchez and put a penny because you just never know what's going to happen. You know his pit crew is going to be better than the majority of the guys he's around, back from 15th to 36th. Take a shot on Nick Sanchez here. Also, on Caesar Sportsbook, 50-1 top Chevy. Once again, put a penny on it. Nothing crazy, but a penny. I think it's worth something because if you look at practice speeds, the speed overall is there for Nick Sanchez. It is 100%. He's got to work his way through the field, but I think the books are overreacting a little bit about him starting in the rear. I really do. When you have the stages that jumble everybody up, you're going to have cautions, you're going to have wrecks, you're going to have spins. I'm telling you, Nick Sanchez, sleeper bet, and go to DraftKings right now. I have a unit on Nick Sanchez for a top 5 at 11-1. Nick Sanchez, top 5, 11-1. I get it. He's starting in the back. I don't think he's going to win. But if you have chaos, there's a chance that he does. If you have strategy, there's a chance that he does. But top 5 is so obtainable for the quality truck that he's in. I'm going to take Nick Sanchez 11-1 for top 5, which I already have. But I'm telling you, you should too. And I've got a few more bets there. I think Jake Garcia is a guy. Talk about Chevy. Was really fast, just messed up his qualifying lap. Was just sideways loose. Another kid that I think is worthy of a top 5. He's also 11-1. He's had some good runs this year. He's had a few top 5s, several top 10s. Teammate of Christian Eckes, who might have the fastest truck in the field. Take a shot on these guys for a top 5. And my last guy, I got plus 850 for a top 5 on Tanner Gray. Tricon looks pretty good. I told you I'm already on Corey Heim. They qualified well. They had some pretty good speed in practice. So I'm on both of the Gray brothers. Don't hammer a Tanner Gray bet because he is very, very volatile when it comes to not getting the finishes he deserves. And not always the finishes he deserves, but maybe the finishes the truck deserves because he makes a driver error, a self-inflicted mistake that takes him out. So don't hammer that, but I do like, with the quality of the race truck, where he's starting in the field, plus 850 for a top 5 for Tanner Gray to go with the Sanchez and Garcia bets there. So there you have it. What's up, guys? Good to see you guys again in the chat. Sorry for once again, I apologize for the technical difficulties. My computer has been a bitch and a half recently. I'm not going to play around with Walladale tonight because I'm preaching that for the Cup race, the Xfinity race, it's going to be a game of wait and see. Let's see practice, let's see qualifying, and then we make big-time bets. But 3 guys I'm going to bet on. Actually, I'm not going to tell you that yet. My racing gloves are just too high-tech for the mouse, and I got to work the mouse to switch the overlays over. So we're taking the gloves off here for a second. Why does it look like this? What is going on? I mean, all sorts of shit is fucked up right now. It's really frustrating. But hey, good to see you guys. Eric, Nako Man, Big Nug, Herb, Scott, the Broccoli Wad Master, Jack Barrows, AZ, Matty B. Appreciate you guys for being here. Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a phenomenal week. Happy we get to start the race weekend early. But let me know what you guys think. I'll open up the chat. Who do you guys like tonight for Truck Night in America? Let me know. Who do you think is going to win and why? Can we talk about Raja's pit crew? Ooh, what about it? What about it? Struggling? I don't know. What do you mean? What do you want to talk about? While I wait on you guys, get your opinions on all this. Xfinity odds are on the bottom of the screen now, courtesy of Barstool Sportsbook. All right, Alex Wright, favorite DK bet for trucks. I'm just going to, you know what, I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to do a screen share, and I'm going to show you guys because I just talked about it. But when I bet on it, it did not move. DraftKings typically, when I bet on NASCAR, is the most reluctant to me putting down a big bet and the line doesn't move. I don't know why that is. I guess I honestly just have no fucking clue. Vegas be Vegas. But we're going to do a screen share here, boys. Add screen capture. All right. Here you go. You're not going to see me for a second. But I'm looking at DraftKings right now. My favorite bets of the night are right here. Right here. Nick Sanchez, top 5, 11-1. Jay Garcia, top 5, 11-1. As I said a little while ago, Chevy is good. Jay Garcia has had some good runs this year. He's had top 10s. He's had top 5 trucks. He's a teammate of Christian Eckes. He just messed up his qualifying lap. Nick Sanchez was really good in practice, had speed. They had to fix a control arm. It could be a gremlin, right? It could be a gremlin, but with the quality of the race truck, I cannot pass this up. Probably these two right here. I think there's a good chance you hit one of these at 11-1. Hell of a price. So there you go. I'm going to get that off the screen now. Try to help you guys out as much as I can. Alex, don't say I didn't try. Yeah, K. Gavin, man, I just talked so much about truck picks. Here's what we're going to do. I am going to export my entire betting card, and I'm just going to put it on the screen. What do we think about that? Where is it? That is the next question. I was going to do another screen share. Yeah, I do want to show you guys a full betting card. Here's what I'm going to do. I've had issues as soon as I like put pictures on here. That's what's causing it to crash. Like when I've been uploading images and overlays, that's what caused it to crash twice earlier when we were supposed to start the stream. So I'm not going to do it. All right, I got an idea. I'm going to upload it to the Discord. One second. I'm going to upload it to the Discord. And then I'm going to screen share it. I'll pull up Discord. Because it seems like a lot of people came in after I gave my analytical spill about who I'm betting on. But you guys need to see the unit allocations. You got about an hour until green flag while we wait on ARCA breaks to get over with. Got way too many outrights, my God. But it's okay. It is what it is. Most of them are low risk plays. 2 heavy plays. Here we go. Bear with me. It's been a messed up. Alright, we're gonna pull up Discord. Hey, no problem, Alex. What's up, Taco Todd? Is Kligerman calling a shot legit? Well, look, here's the thing. We interviewed Kligerman before the season started. And when you looked at what that 75 team did last year, I would have said absolutely at the beginning of the year. They were so good last year. They won a race. They were in contention to win other races. They were in 3rd at Bristol here last year in the fall. But that team is just not, they just haven't had it. They just have not had it this year. Everything that has gone wrong has gone wrong. And that's something he kind of said. So, all right. One more screen share here, boys. For the full card. There you go. Do a little zoom action here, huh? There it is. These are the unit allocations. Right here. There you go. I don't know where that came from. But yes, Hocevar. Yeah, I got big money on Hocevar. Corey Heim, considerable money as well. Ben Rhodes, Parker Kligerman, which I took Kligerman before practice. You can get better odds than him right now, but I'm really worried about the race truck. I don't know if I would bet Kligerman anymore after knowing that they've got a potential gremlin in this race. I put a little bit on Carson Kvapil. Look, Travis Kvapil is a truck god. You cannot forget it. Travis Kvapil was a truck god. You have truck god blood in the truck series tonight. Had to take it. You can get 100 to 1 now for Kvapil. So if you like that, take it. Taylor Gray, been talking about him a lot. Now you can't find 65 to 1. And then Nick Sanchez 100 to 1. I'd bet that down to 80 to 1. Taylor Gray top 3. I got 11 to 1, but don't take the 11 to 1. Go to Bet Rivers and you can find 16 to 1 for Taylor Gray top 3 after he qualified in the top 10. I think that's a really, really good line. Really, really good line. Take Taylor Gray top 3, 16 to 1 on Bet Rivers. And then the top 5s, I just showed you Nick Sanchez. I got a unit, a little over a unit on that. Jake Garcia, 3/4 of a unit. Tanner Gray, 3/4 of a unit. And then one more little flyer on Nick Sanchez, top Chevy. Just never know. The Chevys are good. Kyle Busch Motorsports is clearly good. Remember, Nick Sanchez has funding. He has Kyle Busch Motorsports prepared race trucks. Teammate or satellite teammate Chase Purdy qualified up in the top 3. The truck's going to have speed if it doesn't fall apart. Give me Nick Sanchez. Books are overreacting. I love it. 50 to 1 top Chevy. Think about that. Think about that. I know he's starting last. I'm not scared. I am not scared. So there you go. I hope that helps you guys. That's the betting card. It is in the Garage Guys Discord. It is in the Garage Guys Discord. That's literally where I just screen shared it from. So you can see it all the way up until green flag after Dalescenter is complete. Now we can talk about Xfinity. Odds are on the bottom of your screen, courtesy of Barstool Sportsbook. Barstool does have race props for this. We have some top threes and we do have some top fives. I think there is some value in a couple guys. I don't want to see a stat sheet. I don't want to look at anything analytical. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm betting on fucking Dale Jr. 35-1. It's happening. Barstool is 30-1. I think it's DraftKings that has 35-1. I'm doing it just out of respect. Just because my hero is racing, I will put a little bit of money on my hero because I want him to win. All right? I don't want to hear stats. I don't want to hear anything. That's what I want to do. Dale Jr. will be in the betting card. 35-1. When you look across the board, as I said earlier in the program, the books are really... We actually have an opportunity here, right? We have an opportunity because the books are so high on Allgaier and Nemechek. Allgaier is very mistake-prone. He's going to have a rocket. He's probably going to lead laps. I think you pick Allgaier if you're going to pick between Allgaier and Nemechek, right? I don't think Nemechek's going to go back-to-back. It's just really, really hard to win. I know he's won 6 times this year. He's really hot right now. I'm going to buy the same idea that I'm going to buy tonight with Christian Eckes not winning. I think winning back-to-back in today's NASCAR is just so difficult with how competitive it is, top to bottom in, well, not top to bottom in Xfinity, more like top to middle. Trucks is more like top to middle as well, but it's just so competitive in all 3 NASCAR National Series. I'm going to play the odds that they don't go back-to-back, so I'm not going to be betting on Nemechek. So you take Allgaier, you find 3-1 somewhere, maybe a 3.5-1. Then let's take a Josh Berry. Let's take a Sam Mayer. These 2 guys are good at Bristol, and Sam Mayer especially. If you can find 10-1, 9-1 on Sam Mayer, take that bet. Absolutely. I think Sam Mayer, he came out here in this race 3 or 4 years ago when he was like 12 years old and won this motherfucker, right? I hope you guys didn't forget that. He hopped in that, it was like the number 32 truck, or the 24, and won this race. It was awesome. He was like 16 years old. And that's when the prodigy status began for Sammy Mayer. And now he's a 2-time winner in the Xfinity Series, coming back to his favorite track where all the success began. I love Sam Mayer this weekend. And if you can look a top 3, we're looking at Sam Mayer plus 220. I don't love that. We'll wait after qualifying to kind of load up on some top 3s and some top 5s for this weekend. But I think you have an opportunity to bet on somebody outside of John Hunter. I don't like Trevor Bayne this weekend. He's pretty overvalued just about everywhere, like plus 700, 7-1, 8-1. I just don't. I'll bet on him at some 1.5 miles, a super speedway race, but I don't think I could do it at Bristol. If he beats me, he beats me. Kind of surprised there, but I like Josh Berry and Sam Mayer, 2 guys that are alternates to your favorites we're looking at with John Hunter and Justin Allgaier. But nothing concrete here yet with Xfinity except what you'll see at the end of the program with the parlay, the 3-leg parlay, the Tanhart Triple Crown, which, by the way, came 1 leg short of hitting. 1 leg short last week. Again, I had Zane Smith top 3. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Zane Smith didn't even get a top 3. No, just kidding. Fuck it. Zane didn't get a top 3. Josh Berry didn't get a top 3. But Tyler Reddick did get a top 3. Zane should have, but Christian Eckes kind of, I don't want to say raced him dirty, but raced him aggressive on that final corner and washed him up the hill a little bit. But we were close. But the Tanhart Triple Crown parlay, once again, will be some top 3 bets. I feel really good about it. Speed was there last week for us to hit it. I think it's going to happen this week. All right, let's move on to the Cup Series. Odds, once again, until it's gone forever and it becomes ESPN bet. Odds are courtesy of Barstool Sportsbook. Guys I talked about, I'm just going to reiterate the guys that I'm looking at based off of what I said on the Garage Guys NASCAR podcast on Monday night. I've already bet on Kevin Harvick, 14-1. Me and Chase, that was a unanimous deal. We said, yeah, we like that. His line has moved to 10-1, 11-1. I don't know if 14-1 is still available, but this is a Kevin Harvick racetrack. I think Kevin Harvick has a good shot of winning. Last year, amidst all the chaos that happened with all the tire problems, if Kevin Harvick didn't have an awful pit stop or a loose wheel, I think they didn't get one of the wheels tight on one of the final pit stops under caution, Kevin Harvick could have won that race, and they fucked it up. I don't think that's going to happen this weekend. I think Kevin Harvick is going to be a contender. No mistakes. Let's get him that dub and propel him further into the playoffs as we move on. But Harvick 14-1, I think, is a no-brainer. But you guys let me know if you can find that anywhere else. I don't know if it still exists or not. And I predicted there's two guys that are like my two favorites that I think are going to win this race. I'm going to wait until after practice and qualifying because I think there's going to be a good chance you get better value after practice and qualifying. When you look at the short tracks, I just want to think of Martinsville and I want to think of Bristol in 2022. You guys remember who qualified, who stunk up the show in qualifying here last year, right? I'll wait. That was Stewart-Haas Racing. 41 was good. The 10 was good. The 14 was good. If you see something like that again, what if Ryan Preece goes out here, who's 150-1, and somebody I've been thinking about since about Wednesday, 150-1, got the pole at Martinsville. If it wasn't for a pit road speeding penalty, Ryan Preece definitely would have battled for the win. Top 5, top 3. What if Stewart-Haas Racing goes out here just like they did last year at Bristol, just like they did spring at Martinsville, and they go out here and win the pole and qualify 1, 2, 3, 4, or at least put all 4 of their guys in like the top 8? You're gonna get some good value. You're gonna get some good value on some of these guys like a Christopher Bell, a Brad Keselowski, a Chase Elliott, who everybody's talking about. Brad, everybody's talking about Chase. Paint scheme looks great, by the way. It's not Hooters this time, but it is a black and gold. It looks really good. But I think there's two guys that are going to win this race. One of the two. Christopher Bell and Chase Elliott. Those are my two picks. Now, when it comes to betting, we're going to have money on more guys. 1,000%. But with a very lack thereof sample size for this track, for this race, I'm not looking to hammer anything early. I'm just not going to do it. Last year was tire roulette. I'm not going to rule that out. I mean, Goodyear fucking sucks. We know this. Teams are aggressive with the air pressures, whatever. I don't want to rule out that happening again and just go hammer a bunch of bets before we get to practice and qualifying. Maybe practice and qualifying could give us a little bit of an indication if we're going to have tire fall off and if we're going to have tire issues, right? I hope teams will be aggressive, run a lot of laps under practice, see if we have any tire problems on like a 30, 40 lap run. If we have tire fall off, that's also important as well for passing. So it's just too uncertain, right? It's too uncertain. If you want to take an underdog, let's look at an Eric Jones 60-1, 65-1, a Ryan Preece 150-1, 200-1 maybe. But when you're looking at favorites, I got a Harvick who I wouldn't even say is a favorite when we're talking 14-1. But anybody else, let's just wait. Let's just wait, see what happens, play it smart here. It's too uncertain of a weekend to hammer something too early. So with that being said, like I said, I'm not going to do the Wall of Dale draft because I would like to watch some football when this starts. Remember, if you missed it, CJ Ham, Quez Watkins first touchdown, lock. One of those guys is going to get it. I would take the first touchdown in the game and first touchdown for their respective teams, right? CJ Ham, first Vikings touchdown, first touchdown of the game. Quez Watkins, first Eagles touchdown, first touchdown of the game. Lock. Don't come back in here and tell me I don't know football when motherfucking CJ Ham rumbles into the end zone to start the game off, all right? Or Quez Watkins catches a 60-yard bomb. Don't tell me I don't know football. First touchdown. Lock. But, all right, we'll close that out. And let's get to the newest segment for Chase for the Cup with the garage guy himself. See what he's got brewing up this weekend for the Bass Pro Night Race.
Welcome to Chase for the Cup. I'm your host, Chase Holden. We're going to talk NASCAR Cup Series. Also, I chase cups. Just always like to throw that out there. I'm a big cup boy. Wore a cup over my private when I played sports. Chased after Mardi Gras floats to try to get them cups. They know me best as they'll see me. They say, oh, there he is. Where the cup's at? If you got to catch the Garage Guys NASCAR podcast on Apple and Spotify that dropped yesterday, you got to hear Dale and I both discuss some early bets that we like for this race. Just to recap those bets that I talked about and discussed, if you want to hear that full discussion, I highly advise you to go and subscribe to the podcast. On Spotify, you can write questions now. You can ask us questions. Go do that. Spotify is real cool. We like that place. Great podcast place. You know, we both discussed Ross Chastain, 16-1 on FanDuel. Feel like that bet right there is going to be my big boy bet this week. I just feel really good about Trackhouse. I feel really good about Ross having the spark for the playoffs. It's going to come at some point. And this is a track he's good at, guys. I didn't really talk much about it, but, I mean, this is a track he almost got the pole for. So I just want to lay that out there. The Trackhouse were both in the top 10 earlier this year at Kansas. So very interested to see how things shake out with Chastain, Trackhouse, and I'm going heavy on that one. I'm all in. You can check out my bets. All my unit allocations for those are going to be on Action Network, so make sure you look into that. Also, I'm betting on Christopher Bell this week at 11-1. I know that Dale and I both talked about it on the Garage Guys NASCAR podcast, and Dale didn't seem as confident in it, but I'm one of those people, man. I trust the feeling. I trust the vision. I trust the vibe. It makes sense. I kind of watched it play out in my head how it might unfold. And I could definitely see Chris Bell getting a sneaky win here because it seems like every time we do lose bets, we're always kicking ourselves in the ass. And I don't want to kick myself in the ass. I'm down 9 units after Darlington. Darlington put me in bankruptcy, and I can't stay there. So the comeback starts now. We got to get a little outside the box with things on how we feel and what we think might shake out. There's a lot of talk that's going to be happening about 2311, Denny Hamlin, Joe Gibbs, Toyota. Look, I don't mind Toyota. That's why I'm betting on Bell. At 11-1, I've taken that one.
All right, I just looked up and realized I said Kansas. Am I fucking crazy right now? Did I say fucking Kansas? What did he just send me? I don't even know. What do I do? What do I do right now? What do I do? Kansas? Fuck. Damn it. Hold on. God damn it. I did say Kansas. Alright. One second. Alright, you see the Tan Heart Triple Crown on the bottom of your screen. We'll go ahead and knock this out. Love this parlay. Christopher Bell, I think, is going to be one of the guys to beat this weekend. Top 3 for sure. This is via Caesars Sportsbook. I don't know what happened with DraftKings, but DraftKings is not letting me parlay anything in the state of Louisiana, motorsports related. Don't know why. I guess they just got rid of it. They're so back and forth. But when I use trucks, I can't parlay anything. So we're back on Caesars. Josh Berry top 3. I think he's so due. He is so due. He's a good short track racer. Junior Motorsports. Junior Motorsports is going to be good. Give me Josh Berry top 3 with a Christopher Bell top 3. And then tonight, this is a good opportunity to grab some Corey Heim. He's usually the guy that's 3-1, 3.5 to 1 to win. Super negative odds top 3. You can get a plus 180 top 3. That's I think is perfect for a parlay this weekend because I think Corey Heim's going to be good tonight. I think they got the speed. They have the best pit crew. If they hadn't messed up their qualifying lap, I think they'd be up there in the top 5. So Corey Heim top 3 tonight, a Josh Berry top 3 tomorrow, and a Christopher Bell top 3 on Saturday night. And that is the Tan Hart Triple Crown. I'm just going to read some comments here while I figure out if I can fix the Chase for the Cup deal. Because I don't know why that was showing Kansas. Unless that was a mistake he made in his editing, but let's see. Let's try this right here. All right. Mountain Dew update. We have a couple in honor of Justin Haley's car. No, probably not. Probably not. But I've gone over. I just too much stress. Too much stress. I went over the 10 mark for sure. For sure. But I hadn't had one in a minute, so we're still working out, trying to lose some weight because I'm fatter than shit right now. 16-1 Harvick at Bet365. Drunk as whole. Wow. Okay. Love that. Love that. Gotta bet that, right? Got to. Alec Martinez says Ryan Preece was 220-1 early when odds came out and had to bite. Holy shit. Yeah, I like that. Hey, you just never know, man. If Stewart Haas qualifies well, you're not going to see that. You'll see 80-1, 90-1. You're not going to see 200-1. That's crazy. I appreciate you, Brendan. Phil? Oh, you said you think he was talking Bristol but messed up on his Kansas at the top. Priest top 10 plus 750 on Caesars. Okay, I like that. Scott with the parlay. Infinger top 5, Mayer top 5, Harvick top 5, 17-1. Damn, that's a good parlay. I like that a lot, Scott. Infinger top 5, which, I don't know, I'm a little worried about Infinger tonight. I don't know why. But his resume at Bristol and short track racing is phenomenal. Mayer top 5, love that. And I love Harvick top 5. That's a good looking parlay, dude. All right, let's try this again with Garage Guy Chase. Chase for the Cup.
Hello, I'm Chase Holden, and this is Chase for the Cup on Dalescenter.
This is the one he sent me.
We're going to be talking about the Bass Pro Shops night race at Bristol Motor Speedway. I'm excited. I hope you're feeling good as well. You guys already know to check out all of my bets over the weekend on the Action app. That's right, the Action Network app. Go to my profile, Chase Holden. You can find it there. There's links all around. If you don't have a link and you're in the Discord, ask me. I will give it to you. Just tag me. That's all you got to do. And you're going to need it this weekend because I don't have many bets to give you. That's right. I have not made any more bets other than the one outright I have, and I guess what can be considered the Dalescenter exclusive this week that we talked about on the Garage Guys NASCAR podcast, which is my first time, one of one, qualifying matchup parlay on Caesars. So I'm going to tell you about both of those. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. Great race. One of the best races of the year, hands down. And if you've never been to Bristol for the night race, you don't know what you're missing. I highly suggest you go. I will start off by saying that I am on Kevin Harvick, 14-1. I took it early in the week. I talked about it on the Garage Guys NASCAR podcast. So that's not anything new. And the main reasons that I did that were obviously because of his track record here, the mentality, and knowing that it's his final season in the Cup Series. You know, he's retiring. He's done. Him and Rodney are hanging it up. And I just have to be here to say, I don't want to believe that he is going to miss the next round. I don't want to believe it. I was reading an article actually that dropped on some site called Sportskeeda, with a quote from him saying, you've got to make some stuff happen. And if there's anything that we know, it's that Rodney Childers talks to God. Kevin Harvick listens to Rodney Childers. Kevin Harvick also trusts intuition, therefore making things happen. There's one guy that I'm going to trust to do it. It's going to be him. He finished second here in 2021, 10th here in 2022. So I believe, and that's what I'm going to leave it at. I believe in him. And also, before I get to my my playoff or my parlay of the week, I want to let you guys know that I am tracking my bets through the playoffs. This is my official NASCAR playoffs tracker board. As you can see here in Darlington, I went down 9.55 units, which roughly translates to $9 million. I went down about $9 million. Fortunately for us, Kansas was good. You know, we had the Winston qualifying bets. Chris Bell got it done for us. Make sure you tell Winston thank you. He's somewhere deep in my subconscious. Also, Red Dog, shout out to him. We went up a total of $11 million, roughly $11 million at Kansas. So, right now we have about $1 million. We're back. We're totally back. We're in the green, and that's what matters. So if you're riding my picks here on Chase for the Cup and you're tailing my picks on Action Network, I'm going to keep track of it, and you can too. Let me see your tracker playoff board. Let me see it. They're like $6 at the store. You can get it anytime you want. But to cap it off here, I'm going to go ahead and just read through my parlay. If you're in the Discord, you've already seen it. I've got Chase Elliott finishing ahead of Brad Kay. I've got Kevin Harvick finishing ahead of Joey Logano. I've got Martin Truex Jr. finishing ahead of Ryan Blaney. I've got Tyler Reddick finishing ahead of William Byron. And I've got Denny Hamlin finishing ahead of Kyle Larson in qualifying. Not the race, qualifying. I have these drivers qualifying. And if you go look, Dale has this parlay too, and he went the complete opposite way of it. So it really is a battle between Dale and I this week. So it's a Dale versus Chase parlay. Pick your side. Are we SIGs or are we mullets? Are we stashes or mullets? I don't really know what to compare Dale with my SIGs to. I guess iRacing wheel. So are you iRacing wheels or SIGs, mustaches or mullets? What have you? That's basically what's happening this week. It's one or the other. But if you're a smart person, you'll just do both of them. You'll just ride both of them, and you take the bets we both give you, because week in and week out, we're going to win. It's that simple. But that's my qualifying matchup parlay I have over on Caesar Sportsbook. The odds on that are plus 28.98. I'm doing 0.2 units to win 5.8 units on that play. So, wish I had more to give you, but I don't. That's why it's crucial for you to follow me on the Action app this weekend. I will have more bets logged. Best of luck to you guys. If you're going to Bristol, enjoy the race. If not, come watch with me on Saturday night, playback.tv/GarageGuys. And if you're watching trucks, playback.tv/GarageGuys. We're going to be on for Truck Night in America. Parker Kleggerman called his shot. He said he was going to win the truck race or the Xfinity race. So we're betting on Parker as well. That's all I got for Chase for the Cup. Have a good one. Goodbye.
Bill Carl, you want to do a parlay? Parlay on Caesar's Sportsbook. Caesar's is the best way to parlay NASCAR bets. Everybody have a great night. Enjoy. enjoy the race. Enjoy Thursday Night Football. Enjoy the weekend. It's fucking Bristol, baby. I'll see you guys later.